Well, our next comic is a U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Word. Who deployed to Iraq in 2008 and Afghanistan in 2011, where he earned a Purple Heart after learning that he is actually not bulletproof. With a long-time love of comedy, he enrolled in our fall 2015 Comedy Bootcamp course in Washington, D.C. Everyone, please welcome to the stage Mike Garvey and his service dog, Liberty.
Hey, everybody. I'm so glad they brought this stool out here. I tried to tape my notes to the dog earlier. He wasn't having it. Hey, can you sit down, please? Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Yeah, this is Liberty. He is my classically trained English Labrador Retriever show dog model black. I know that is a mouthful, but I just don't want people thinking our dogs are on the same level just because they're not. Look at this. Mine's way better. I take him everywhere with me. I bring him to the doctor, I bring him to school. So I thought it was only fair that I bring him on stage, share a spotlight with him. Besides, he does write most of my jokes. I'm really just here to translate. A lot of people. I was shot twice in Afghanistan, and it turns out that if that happens, occasionally they'll give you a dog instead of proper medical care. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. He should really come in handy if I ever end up trapped in a well. My barn's on fire. Right, buddy? Yeah, he'll save me. No, he won't. Chances are, if I do end up in a well, he's the one who pushed me. Liberty, sit down. Good boy. You're doing so good tonight. Yeah. Lately, he's been sick of my act, and he's been trying to run off stage every time we get up here. I'm pretty impressed with you tonight. Like they said earlier, I got him from an organization called Puppies Behind Bars, who is here. Yeah. They're a great organization. He is a native New Yorker. They train service dogs for injured veterans in a bunch of maximum security prisons here in New York State. So he's not one of those sad story rescues that you hear about all the time, that I have to hear about every day at the dog park. No. He's an escapee. All right? Yeah. I tunneled his ass out like El Chapo Guzman. Yeah. We just gotta keep him away from Sean Penn. Maybe we can keep him from having to go back. It's almost like that show, Pitbulls and Parolees, except it's disgruntled veteran parolee. Right, buddy? You keep up this good behavior, you're never going back. So, as some of you might be able to tell now that he's standing, I got him this awesome vest to try and distinguish him as a service dog. And I got really tired of people coming up to me and asking me what my disability was. Like, every time I'm in the grocery store, someone just comes up to me and is like, "Hey, you're not blind." Well, you're observant. You're very observant. No, so I decorate. I put, Iraq, Afghanistan, Purple Heart, thinking that people would read it and they wouldn't exactly know what's the matter with me, but they'd figure it's probably pretty fucked up and they shouldn't ask. Yeah, but this is backfiring. I don't know what it is. People look at his vest, and instead of that, they read War Dog. Especially since that movie came out. It's a shit movie. None of you probably saw it, but it's ruining my life. Yeah. Plus, I mean, what kind of asshole do I look like that I would drag a disabled dog around with me all day long? He's much more comfortable at home on the couch. Maybe on a disabled dog farm, I don't know. Getting all excited. I think he sees Nora. That's probably it. I knew he was gonna act up. I was out to eat. I went out to dinner with my wife the other night. We went up to the hostess, and we go table for two, and she looks at Liberty, Liberty, watch me. Liberty, watch me. Closer. Do whatever, man. Yeah, so I go up to the hostess. I say, table for 2. She looks at the dog. She goes, table for 2.5. I'm like, all right, that's cute, I guess. I'll accept that. But then she stares at the vest a bunch more, and she goes, oh, table for 2 and 1 hero. Yeah. You're going to find videos of me on YouTube just in a restaurant screaming at my dog about stolen valor. Yeah. Plus, usually like to correct people because, you know, not a lot of people know a lot about service dogs, especially for PTSD, so I like to educate them. But that's not something you can just correct. You know, what am I just going to be like, no, actually, ma'am, I'm the hero. Just a dog. I'm also developing all these really small pet peeves that are ridiculous. That's not a play on words. He's not a pet. He works for a living. You can't tell right now. Usually he's very good. He's like, I know this part. You don't need to tell me. But what happens every time the dog's nose gets anywhere near another person, I have to hear the same thing over and over again 15 times a day, and it gets on your nerves. I have to hear him start mind reading my dog. I'll be like, hey, oh, he must smell my dog. It's not always their dog. Sometimes it's their cat, sometimes it's their kids, sometimes it's lunch. But they always know what he's smelling. I spend entirely too much time with this guy. I don't know what he's smelling. I don't pretend to. No. I recently gave a speech for class about service dogs, and I learned too much, and sometimes I'm in a bad mood, and when people say that to me, I go, I don't know. I don't know what he's smelling. He's a dog. They have really powerful noses. They're awesome animals. You know, I read the other day that dogs can smell cancer cells. Yeah, maybe you have cancer. Maybe your dog has cancer. Yeah, then they all look at me like I just told them they have cancer. And I'm trying to be nicer to people. Just once, though, I wish somebody would come up to me and say, oh, he must smell my drugs. Yeah, because that's someone I want to be friends with. That's somebody who can pet my cuddle buddy here. You know, sometimes their face will say it. You know, he does look pretty official, and he's usually very behaved. So, you know, their face will be like, oh, I don't know about this dog. I think this dog smells my drugs. We better get out of here. All right, everybody, thank you very much. Liberty, I can't reach the stand.